Well, eclipse season is here, and on August 12th, we are having a solar eclipse in Leo. So welcome or welcome back, everyone. This is the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. My name is Debbie, and before we get started, I was in a motor vehicle accident. I have a brace around my spine, but we are here. We did not do the weekly reading because of the accident, but we're doing our reading for the solar eclipse. So this is for, I'm going to break this down to, earth, air, fire, and water. This is for our fire signs, for Aries, for Leo, and for Sagittarius. So let's get into the astrology. And astrology is, I went on to Chani, CHANI.com for the information for the astrology because I've been a little tied up. So as with any eclipse season, right, life is going to be a lot less subtle and more kind of in your face, right? Eclipses bring sudden surprises. They eclipse things into our life and they eclipse things out. There's accelerated timelines, and eclipses tend to reveal things that we haven't been paying attention to, maybe things we've been sweeping under the rug, or things that we just decided we're not going to deal with yet. Well, guess what? It is eclipse season. It's time to deal with the things that you've been putting off. So this particular eclipse occurs in the south node of the moon. So this is a point in space that represents shedding and releasing. That's a hard thing for people, right? We say we want to let go of things, but then we really don't. When it's time to, then we kind of resist. So if you're having resistance about releasing something, this eclipse season is going to push you forward. And it is happening in the sign of Leo. So Leo, you're hosting the largest planet in our solar system, which is Jupiter, which is a planet of luck and expansion. And this eclipse, so this is expanding our forward momentum for everyone, right? So the last time we had this an eclipse in Leo was January of 2019, but that was in the North Node. Now maybe go back and look at your calendars, if you have journals, pictures, and what was going on in your life at that point. This is about a big reset, right? So this is a life-changing time for everyone. This is, bold revelations coming forward, setting your priorities, and are you really... We have our priorities, but are you acting on them? Or did you push them aside and maybe swept them under the rug because something else came up? Your priorities are going to be in the forefront of your life, and the direction of your life is going to be at hand as well. So we will get right into this. This is for our air signs again, Aries, fire signs. I'm thinking air because of Aries. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and of course we will start with Aries. Aries, how are you? This is for Aries, of course, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I want to make sure I give these cards a good shuffle. This is the second time for me to try this today. Interruptions. So, let's see what we can do. Aries, what does this solar eclipse in Leo on the 12th hold for our Aries friends? The Fool. First card of the major arcana. First card for Aries. And you are our first zodiac sign. Just keep that in mind. New beginnings. Very, very new beginnings here. We will pull 7 cards for each sign. And then we'll have the card on the root of the deck as the 8th card. Because I think this eclipse requires a little more attention than our regular weekly reading. And again, I did not do the weekly because I've been a little constrained, a little tied up, shall we say. Okay, I'll pull one more, and then we will see what's on the root of the deck for our Aries friends. Aries on the root of the deck, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so curious, right? Like, what helps you to feel grounded? Like, what makes you feel more at home in yourself? We have the Fool, the Judgment, 2 major arcanas to start. Knight of Wands, yeah, the Emperor, Look at this. Oh my gosh. 3 of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. Justice. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas out of the 8 cards. So, grounded, right? Grounded, balanced. What is it that you need to sustain yourself in life? Getting curious. Pages are the children, right? They have that childlike energy. They're considered the messengers of the tarot. But it's like kid-like energy, right? They're really curious curious maybe about nature and the nature of you. So it's time for new beginnings, Aries, right? You're starting fresh, but you're starting from a place of wisdom and strength, right? You're not starting from nowhere like your sign in the zodiac. The first Aries, like they had nothing to go on. You've accumulated a whole lifetime of wisdom, however long that lifetime has been. You're breaking free from the things that are not working for you so you can move forward and let your passions shine. Let your passions shine, sorry. We have the horse in the background, so that is the free spirit. Horses are very spiritual animals. That's considered free-spiritedness. So if anyone has a horse as a totem, by all means, that is a sign for you. I think I have a sneeze coming on. Oh my goodness, sorry. And yeah, living life to the beat of your own drum, right? Again, being grounded in who you are. Coming back home to you. The Emperor, strength, confidence, security, right? Very patriarchal energy. So who's the patriarch of your family, and is it you? Or who is the patriarch of your family, and what lessons did they bestow upon you? What did you learn about life? And what did you learn about adventure and passion and dreams and looking forward into your dreams? Going for a higher perspective, right? You want comfort. We all need comfort, right? You want stability. You also want joy, and you want harmony and balance. Libra energy. See where Libra is at in your chart as well. So Leo and Libra, see where they're at in your chart, as well as Capricorn. Right? If we're looking for harmony, we're looking for balance. And he's in Vrksasana, tree pose, yoga. And that is a stabilizing balance pose, though. So looking for balance, looking for harmony, as you kind of break free into this new beginning. And you get to write the story, Aries. You get to write the story of where you're going and what you want. And of course, you're a fire sign, right? See, you have this free-spiritedness about you. You want your independence. You want to just kind of shine in your own light. And it is that time to do that. Being grounded in the process, right? Leaning on your ancestors, and what did they teach you about life and about yourself, about the dreams and visions you have for you, about looking not just at this very moment, but where is this moment leading you to a much larger picture, right? What is the bigger picture for you? And maintaining balance and harmony for yourself. Right? One is the eyes closed and trusting, and the other one is like eyes open. And you need them both, right? Closing your eyes to lean into your intuition, and then open your eyes as you move forward. Aries, that's a great way to start off the reading for our fire signs. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and we will move on to Leo. Hello, Leo. How are you? Let's give these cards a nice shuffle. And we'll see what Leo has coming during this solar eclipse in Leo, in the Lionsgate portal, with Jupiter controlling everything, maybe controlling the narrative, or not controlling, but enhancing the narrative, letting you see things a little more clearly. Leo, what does this hold for our Leo friends? I love this. I love this. Okay. A couple cards turned over. You have the Tower. You have the King of Wands, your king. You have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords has been a bit of a card for Leos lately because it does, or it can represent deception. Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. We'll pull one more. So honoring your heart. So some of our Leos, I wonder if you're changing careers or changing something in your current career. Okay, that's too many cards. Or changing something within your current career. You have the Five of Pentacles here. So it's like, On the root of the deck, the Lovers, right? Gemini energy. So Gemini energy. Okay. Gemini energy, fated connections. This is what is coming up. This is about choice, and this is balance. This is Gemini, and of course I'm going to point out that Sagittarius, because she has a Sagittarius arrow on her shoulder. So see where Gemini and Sagittarius lie in your chart. But this feels like this is more of a divine connection coming up. And for that to happen, the Tower. I don't know that this... I'm going to say I don't think that this is a big Tower moment. However, I think more things are going to be revealed because you have the Seven of Swords. I think there's a little more information that you need. But look at this. Your own king with you right there, all illuminated, standing in the authority of who you are, taking your higher seat in the world around you, in your personal life. You're ready to take over. You're ready to be the leader that you naturally are. Leading from a place of a healed heart. So again, this could be from this, whatever this deception was in the Seven of Swords, leading with a healed heart. Seven of Swords could also, I mean, it's about a lot of things. It's about deception. It could also be taking back your power. This could also be that some of your thoughts have not been true for you. You know what I mean? Like they say, don't believe everything you think. This could be also thoughts that were not good for you. But you're healing. You're remembering who you are. Right, you're front and center. This is like your time to shine, Leo. And I would not back away from it. I would run straight into the limelight. Again, there's divine connections coming your way. Whatever this Five of Pentacles was, and maybe you needed to take a break. Maybe you needed to take a step back before you actually were ready to use the key to unlock the door to your future. And that door lies in this hanged man or in the hanged person, right? Changing your perspective. It could be that the Tower coming up is starting to bring things, again, bringing things to the surface or into the light. So you can get a new perspective. You can get really clear. Queen of Swords, you can get a lot of clarity as you move forward. You're going in a great direction. Again, there are divine connections coming your way, Leo. A little turbulence. But turbulence is good, especially eclipses. Eclipses, again, they eclipse things in and out of our lives. They bring things to light. This is a full moon on this card. So this is for the solar eclipse. But see what happens during the full moon eclipse coming up later in the month. Leo, that is your reading for the solar eclipse. If you have any questions, let us know. Let us know how that works for you. And we will move on to our third and final fire sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. What does this solar eclipse hold for our Saggy friends? I am interested to know for sure. But let's see, for the collective of Sagittarians, what does this eclipse hold? Cards want to come out and then they don't want to come out, Sagittarius. What's going on here? We will see. Okay, we've got three, we got four rather. If I could only count. We'll pull one more card, Sagittarius. We'll find the card on the root of the deck for you. On the root of the deck for Sagittarius, your own card. Look at this, like you're supporting yourself. How crazy. Temperance, right? Divine guidance, Archangel Gabriel. Your own card at the root of the deck. I mean, really, like you are guiding yourself. Let's see, Saggy. Hanged Man, Leo. So let's see. Let's go on. The Hanged One, Eight of Cups, the Hierophant, divine guidance, Six of Swords, strength. You pulled Leo, Saggy. See where Leo is at in your chart. Seven of Pentacles, like you can't quite see what's coming, but there is a lot of growth here. Five of Cups, yeah. So let's move into this. Two cards of divine guidance. The Hierophant, your higher consciousness, reaching beyond the levels of your human self, beyond the levels of your current spiritual self. New levels are opening up for you. Archangel Gabriel, or whatever angel is, that's the angel for temperance. My personal archangel, at least at this moment, is Sandalphon. His brother is Metatron. There's a lot of divine guidance saying, like, we got you. Life is changing. You're changing your perspective. And look at your Leo friends and see what's happening with your Leo friends, because Leo just had this card. Changing your perspective. Just kind of see how Leo is navigating this, especially since you have Leo. You have Leo right here. So you have, Leo and Sagittarius, like fire, fire, fire energy. We're ready to move forward. We're ready to be exactly who we are, or who we're meant to be. Changing your perspective. You're moving away from something twice. So you're leading, this is very interesting, Sagittarius. You're moving forward into your heart space, like what is filling your heart. And you're getting really logically clear about where you're going. The thing is, like, you haven't realized how much work you have done. Because, like, we do all this work, and then we go, like, but nothing's happening. Oh, my gosh, right? Look, Sagittarius, I get it. We are impatient. It's like, oh, my gosh, I have been working so hard, and what? I get nothing. It's still growing. It is still coming. It's the strength to be patient enough to trust in the universal guidance, right? Your thoughts are moving you in a whole new direction, as well as your heart. Your heart and your mind are working together as one, as Albert Einstein says, right? The intuitive mind, that's what's guiding you forward, is a sacred gift. The rational mind is the servant. The rational mind is serving the intuition that's coming forward from you, because you're changing your perspective. Your life is changing in a whole new way. I would imagine for some of our Sagittarius friends, you're moving in a much deeper spiritual direction, and it could be about spiritual teachings. But you do have the Five of Cups, right? There is a bit of like I was set, like I liked my life, and like I have to say goodbye to elements of that life. That goodbye is opening up a whole new world for you, Sagittarius. So embrace it, thank it, send it off with blessings. And that, Sagittarius, is your reading for the solar eclipse on August 12th. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, this is your reading. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you would like to schedule a personal reading with me, I am apparently wide open right now. Until next time, always I send you light and love. Have a fabulous eclipse.